Hello and welcome. This is Ameco and you're watching our daily updates live from Bahar Dar, Ethiopia. I am Galila Damu. Stay tuned. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said that Ethiopia is on a good track to realize Digital Ethiopia 2025 strategy. Brown Work and tells us more.
At a panel discussion which reviewed the midterm performance of Digital Ethiopia 2025 strategy at Adwa Victory Memorial Museum, the Premier stated that the main enablers to achieve Digital Ethiopia 2025 strategy are on a good track. According to the Prime Minister, the country had been facing many challenges financially when the Digital Ethiopia 2025 strategy was launched. The debt to GDP ratio was about 60%. There was not enough money to pay salary and carry out the construction of big projects like the GERD, which requires $1 billion. The Prime Minister elaborated. The bottlenecks at the time called for a different idea and approach because the problems were unique and required homegrown solutions with some general experience benchmarked, Abiy noted. As a result, the homegrown economic reform and the Digital Ethiopia 2025 strategy, among others, were formulated. The Prime Minister pointed out that the enablers for the strategy included reliable energy supply and robust data infrastructure, as well as strong cybersecurity, which is a backbone of digitization critical to the success of Digital Ethiopia 2025 strategy. The Prime Minister further revealed that Ethiopia has laid a strong foundation for the technological advancement by prioritizing legal frameworks, strategic planning, institutional development, telecom infrastructure expansion, the establishment of artificial intelligence institutions, and efforts to address energy challenges. By strengthening the foundations and the enablers that are on a good track, Ethiopia's digitization will deliver maximum benefit to its citizens, the PM noted. The Prime Minister announced on the occasion that a national council that oversees the implementation and performance of the Digital Ethiopia 2025 strategy will be established within the coming weeks. The National Council will be led by Deputy Prime Minister Temesgen Turuneh that consists of representatives from the pertinent institutions in the private sector. Innovation and Technology Minister Belete Molla emphasized on his part the strategy's alignment with Ethiopia's national goals, including the homegrown economic reform agenda, the 10-year National Development Plan, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and the African Union Continental Digital Transformation Strategy. The minister noted that the strategy focuses on national development goals, job opportunities, generation of foreign currency, and innovation.
German Corporation for International Cooperation has awarded 33 million birr to Ethiopian innovators with a view to promoting agricultural mechanization for smallholder farmers. Vivendel Nessa tells us more.
According to Agricultural Mechanization Advisor at the Ministry of Agriculture, Tamru Hapte, the award will improve local innovative capacity and at the same time encourage innovators. He added it will also play a significant role in reducing imported inputs of agriculture mechanization.
This support has come at the right time, at the right peak time. Our country is moving, in a different direction, especially in rice and also wheat production boosting. I think this also will contribute to enhancement of the production and productivity of the country.
Agricultural Mechanization for Smallholder Farmers Project team leader Pascal Kambutu said on his part that the youth in Africa are not taking on farming.
The way to bring them to farming is through mechanization. So today we are here to see how we could reward those who are helping us be innovative, bring in new ideas, bring in new ways of doing the same things that we are trying to do.
Currently, the Ethiopian government has embarked on adapting agricultural mechanization solutions as ways of achieving sustainable increase in agricultural productivity and achieve surplus production across the country.
Chinese company has expressed its interest to engage in Ethiopia's manufacturing industrial parks. The company is anticipated to produce paper in industrial parks, according to Industrial Parks Development Corporation. Industrial Parks Development Corporation Chief Executive Officer Aklilu Taddese received the officials of the company in his office and discussed with them. The officials of the company presented detailed information about their investment plans, and the CEO briefed them about the investment centers in the corporation, incentives as well as infrastructure in service delivery. In addition, the company's officials visited Bole Lami Industrial Park in Addis Ababa, where the park offered to investors such as electricity, water and telecommunication services with better price compared to other similar countries, and they stated this will play a big role in their investment decision. The company, which was established in 2011, and it has 6 production bases around the world, such as in Saudi Arabia, Ghana, Nigeria, Iran and Azerbaijan. The company is also majorly manufacturing fiber, ceramic, aluminum and other types of products. A 2-day conference that critically discusses Ethiopia's sustainable infrastructure development has been underway in Addis Ababa. Rahanu Ismail has the details.
Speaking to the media on the sidelines of the National Conference on Climate Resilient Sustainable Infrastructure, State Minister of Urban Infrastructure Wondimu Seti said, Ethiopia has been working to ensure building more resilient and sustainable future. According to him, a legal framework that makes infrastructure in the country sustainable and consider the impact of climate change is being formulated. The State Minister pointed out that many infrastructures are underway, and this lay the foundation for tomorrow's social and economic change. He stressed that the mega projects being built since the reform should answer today's development needs and ensure sustainability. Wondimu, who noted that infrastructure have direct or indirect impact on the environment, stated that development workers should therefore be explored from the perspective of future generations. In this regard, billions of tree seedlings have been planted in Ethiopia under the Green Legacy initiative. Yet, the State Minister underscored that it's necessary to formulate a policy which protects the atmosphere and ensures sustainability in terms of infrastructures. He said the previous construction policy of the country is being revised since it does not include sustainability and to ensure the sustainability of infrastructures by adapting it to climate. Wondimu remarked that the decisions made at the conference will have far-reaching implications for generations to come, shaping the future landscape of the nation and the planet. United Nations Office for Project Service Multi-Country Office Director Worknesh Mekonnen said on her part that the initiative for the conference is timely for Ethiopia as a country that is on an ambitious journey of achieving middle-income status by 2030. She said that over the last several months, United Nations Office for Project Service has worked diligently to gather the key stakeholders and expertise in Ethiopia and the diaspora in the diverse areas of infrastructure development. The infrastructure efforts in the middle-income countries are focused both on the project management support and construction of climate-resilient and sustainable structures, and on the provision of technical assistance to the governments implementing large-scale projects. Worknesh finally expressed her hope that the conference will allow the space to critically discuss the strategic, policy, structural and implementation limitations and possible innovative concepts and best practices that contribute to the country's sustainable infrastructure development and achievement of the key national strategies and sustainable development goals targets.
As we proceed to news beyond borders, the new IOM report reveals alarming trends in migrant diseases and disappearances over the past decade. Since tracking began in 2014, more than 63,000 people have died or are missing and presumed dead, according to the Missing Migrants Project, with 2023 the deadliest year yet when over 8,500 diseases were recorded. 1 in 3 migrant diseases occur en route while fleeing conflict. Spokesperson at IOM's Global Data Institute, George Galindo, said the figures are quite alarming. The majority of people, over 60% of diseases recorded by the project, are due to drowning. Just in the Mediterranean alone, we see over 28,000 diseases and disappearances recorded. Among the report's key findings is the high number of unidentified diseases. More than 2/3 of migrants whose diseases were documented remain unidentified. The report emphasizes the necessity of enhancing search and rescue. Despite political commitments and media attention, migrant diseases are on the rise. IOM calls for better coordinated data collection and identification processes to provide closure to affected families. Today, the Missing Migrants Project remains the only global open-access database on migrant diseases and disappearances, compiling information from wide-ranging sources, including key informants from governments, UN officials, and civil society organizations, as Africa News reported it. According to UNICEF, about 45 million children are at risk from multiple and intertwined crises, including cholera outbreaks, malnutrition, droughts, and floods. The United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund appealed to governments and international partners in Eastern and Southern Africa to take robust measures to protect children from multiple crises exacerbated by climate change. Several countries in these regions are experiencing humanitarian crises of varying degrees because of the current El Nino weather phenomenon. The World Meteorological Organization classified this El Nino as one of the strongest on record. At least 2 countries in the region, Zambia and Malawi, declared states of disaster due to the extreme weather conditions and appealed for humanitarian assistance. UNICEF Regional Director for Eastern and Southern Africa, Eva Kadili, said that the very elements that children need to survive and thrive, including clean water, food, shelter, learning and safety, are being impacted by climate shocks. School closures disrupt education gains that were made. UNICEF said acutely malnourished children need to get treatment services and children in all affected areas need to get access to prevention interventions, as CGTN reported it. That's all the news we have for today. I'm Gaila Damu. Thanks for watching and stay tuned with the rest of our programs.